Hey guys, welcome to Symbiote September here on Out of Ink. I'm the archivist, and I know that I said Symbiote September was a celebration of Venom, but after giving it some thought, I thought it would be a good idea to at least do one video on Carnage since he's a symbiote too and therefore fair game for Symbiote September. To be honest, I am not a big fan of Carnage, but I will admit Carnage is an interesting character. Not an actual execution, mind you. I think this Red Menace is a fairly cut and dry case of a serial killer getting a superpowered living onesie. What's interesting about Carnage is the character's longevity. After making his grand debut in Maximum Carnage, the classic Spider-Man event pitting Spider-Man against this psychopathic symbiote, Carnage has popped up now and then to wreak havoc and then vanish again. I feel like the character has struggled to find a foothold in the modern day because, in my opinion, Carnage suffers from what I call Joker syndrome, where a character, usually a murderous villain that can be preachy if written poorly, is overused for the sake of popularity. However, with the comic Carnage, Black, White, and Blood, I think Carnage has found a nice foothold. Carnage, Black, White, and Blood is an anthology comic, or more specifically what I like to call a color anthology, following books like Batman Black and White. As a general rule, I tend to enjoy these kinds of comics because they're a nice place for writers and artists to just run wild and make cool stories about these characters. And honestly, I was expecting Carnages to suck. However, I was pleasantly surprised. A lot of these stories are really good, and they actually show off Carnage in clever ways. Most of these writers and artists choose to explore Carnage as an outsider looking in, or as someone being affected by Carnage. It creates a certain mysticism to Carnage that keeps him creepy and exciting to the reader. Not to mention, because these anthologies use only a limited color palette, everything looks incredibly striking. I do have a weakness for selective coloring though, so I might just be a little extra starstruck. Speaking of starstruck, there are some fabulously talented people behind these books. Enough to have convinced me to buy 4 of these books when I only intended to buy 1 and be done. Since these stories are so short, I'm not going to get into specifics, but I adore issues 1, 3, and 4. They have some of the best stories, like this old western story that gives off strong American vampire vibes, this pirate alternate universe, this haunting story about a man who survived one of Carnage's rampages, and this darkly amusing tale for an apocalyptic future. If you're interested in a bloody good time, I definitely recommend Carnage, Black, White, and Blood as a fun, quick read that is definitely worth your time if you have any interest in this Scarlet Psycho. Thanks for watching! I'm so sorry that Symbiote September bled over into October. I hope you guys at least enjoyed these videos. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought. I'm going to be taking a break from symbiote-related content, but please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can see what comic I'll be talking about next. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you next time, here on Out of Ink.